Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Yo, Iron Fortress. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a great day. So, doing well. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Any funny stories from your weekend? Maybe you want to share with the group, class. I have to move around some windows. So, I think we have everything here. Yes. Perfect. Hope. Test. Okay, I think this should be here as well. This is also here. Yes, everything is there. Taking a welding class. Ooh, nice. Why welding, if I may ask? Are you just inclined to work with metal and welding is just the next step up, or something you wanted to try all the time? That's kind of out of the blue, I guess. One moment. I forgot something. Yes. That should do it, I guess. Why? Refresh. So, okay, welcome in everybody today for another Mental Monday. I hope everyone is doing fine. I myself am doing fine. I don't think I've anything big going on at the moment, so there's nothing really to talk about. We can talk about some minor stuff. First, I think everyone has noticed that I am always late to my streams, so we are going to change the streaming time to 10:45, so 15 minutes later than usual. This does not mean I will stream 15 minutes less, it just means it's 15 minutes later. We still have the 3 hours every stream. I hope the last few streams were a bit longer. So yeah, but I think I should be able to be on time then. We do it 15 minutes late. So that's one thing we are going to change, and we have the special for the first day. We are going to play one game, the whole game. I hope I think we are going to finish this game. It looks like it's about 3 hours to 4 hours long, so we most likely will finish it, which is interesting. There are a lot of trigger warnings for that game, so yeah, I will notify in my Discord what kind of specific triggers it has. I know it is about sacrificing people and a lot of death. But this way we can also test how a first day stream would be. So maybe we can add another stream to my schedule after a while. Because we have a lot of games I want to play, but we don't have enough time basically. Especially with the long games on Friday. We are lacking a lot of time there. What else is new here? We do have We have some commands. I finally gone around and added some of the Cruel Ocean commands with the correct URLs, so those can be used nowadays. It took me long enough. Besides that, we have I guess I can kinda spoil the upcoming games, because I think we have one more go with Other Side of Mist and Mountain. I think one more go. It looks like maybe two more streams. I guess it depends if we die or not. But anyway, afterwards I got a lot of other visual novels I really want to try out. There's some, I hopefully better translated ones. And we also have Disco Elysium, if we want to play a really good game, I guess. Which got no updates since a year. I think it's completely finished. Completely different than what else we have played. And I also got the Thaumaturge, which could be a very nice little game. I'm not sure how long it is, if it's even streamable. It looks like it's about 20 hours from the reviews. Yeah, 25 maybe. Not okay. Maybe, I'm not so sure. We will see. But that's also a game I was really looking forward to. Otherwise, stream still here, I think. Yes, okay. Just got a weird notification there. Yo, welcome back, Iron. How are you doing? Any games you're looking forward to right now? Besides those two, I don't think I have anything planned. So we only have like 10 more streams planned. Ugh. That's gonna suck. Playing Ark Ascendant. Oh, nice. Are you looking forward to Ark 2? Is it even going to release? I think that's the bigger question. So, and I think we're also going to change a little bit of some other stuff, some emotes, and we still have a lot of emote slots open, but I finally have some ideas for them, and it'll kinda spoil my new design basically, but it should be fine. So people that are early adopter or whatever can also kinda see how the new design will look like a little bit, a tiny bit, or what the theme would be of it. Do I have anything else here? Anything else new I want to share before we start with the big stream? Yeah. As you guys have noticed, maybe not. I do have now a Mental Monday chat in my Discord. You can put some topics in there. You can talk about stuff that is about mental stuff, whatever. You can also vent there if you want. I will make sure that there's also an option to do that stuff anonymously, which will come, I guess, this week. Someday after, yeah, this week, someday, maybe tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. But that could be kind of fun to incorporate your guys' stories, topics, whatever else into this whole stream. That's also kind of how I got my topic right now. I'm not going to go into details there because I did not ask if I can share the story. I will not tell the story anyway, but it kind of reminded me of this whole parasocial relationship thing, which is very big on, I guess, every influencer type, every star, every celebrity, basically, every public person has that. That there's always this option. No, it's not really an option. More like, I mean, it is kind of like an imaginary friend for adults. Like you had one when you were a child. I don't know if you guys had any, but I had a few imaginary friends, and also every single of my plushies was a friend to me, and they could speak, of course, and we had some not so fruitful discussions, I guess. My ones were usually toys. Ah, so yours were also toys. For me it was always plushies, because I had a lot of them, especially dog plushies. I had multiple dogs and one cat, one sheep, one bee. This bee got I got gifted that bee when I was really sick by a good friend I had back then. Sadly, I did some weird stuff and we don't talk anymore. But yeah, that's another day, I think. I don't think that really fits into here. But imaginary friends are cool, because they cannot really say no to you. Or can they? And that's kind of the same as a parasocial relationship. I always want to say paranormal. And welcome in, really chubby panda. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy to see you here. That's also why they're bad too. But so you're saying they're bad, but for whom are they bad? Are they bad for you because you have a friend that's 100% your friend in your mind, or is it bad for the other person? Is it bad for both people? I can agree with you that parasocial relationships are bad most of the time. There are times where you need parasocial relationships, especially if you are, I guess, a kind of small content creator. It is very easy for you as the content creator to create relationships upon your viewers or the people that interact with your content. It depends on the actions you take and what you expect from it. So let's try to define what a parasocial relationship is. So I found oh, excuse me. So, of the National Register of Health Service Psychologists, I have found this interesting article where they basically went very in-depth with, it's not very in-depth, but they went kinda in-depth into parasocial relationships between celebrities. The definition, I think, is very, very fitting. Parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships, where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence, which is kind of sad, but it is very true. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organization. That's something I would not have guessed. Organizations such as sports teams. But it makes sense. There are a lot of people that have parasocial relationships with football clubs, for example. If your favorite football team is playing, they will cry if they lose. It's like I think that's the same category as someone who watches the favorite streamer and they go offline, and then you're sad. And that's kind of on the same wavelength. So a streamer content creator is like a pseudo parasocial relationship because chatters more than fans. Interesting take. I think it's because it is not one-sided. I think it is a bit different. So if, for example, if there is, if there's someone bigger and the people are spamming all the time and they extend a lot of emotion, a lot of interest, a lot of time, and the streamer does not even pay attention to them, I think that is more dangerous than for smaller creator that can basically interact with every single person, because you also put emotional energy into it, interest and time, but that can also be bad from the other side as well. Because that means that me as the content creator also tries to put too much into this relationship that does not really exist. What would you say the danger is? The danger for the viewer. So there's one big thing I have seen with a lot of bigger streamers, and that is that you kind of donate to people even though you cannot really donate. That's kind of, you want to help them because you think they are a very good friend, a very good person and whatever, and you just want to be acknowledged, and then you donate to them because you think, yeah, they're my best buddy, of course I have to buy them this game even though I cannot really do this. That's now an extreme example, of course. Other dangers could be that because you think you know this person, you can create scenarios in your head that can go into this stalking direction as well. But this is also something that can happen because you are so invested into someone. Yeah, you can create an obsession. That's something you see a lot with those boy groups, basically, because a lot of young girls and I guess in general young people do this a lot with superheroes, with celebrities, with whatever else. They get obsessed super easily, and that can be dangerous. Because you also you put them on kind of a pedestal. So every other person has to be as perfect as this celebrity or this content creator. We were speaking about content creator, yeah. So for example, if you put me on this pedestal, every single other person you would meet, you would try to compare them to me. Do they have the same voice? Is their voice better? Is their voice worse? Are they as fluffy as I am? No? Maybe you're not as interested in normal people. Never. and then that perfect image creates a pressure for the streamer celebrity. Absolutely, absolutely. There are a lot of cases where the streamer just, I mean, I did it as well. So when my dad died like 2 months ago, of course I did not cancel my stream because I wanted to make people laugh. So I went on the stream, I said nothing about it. I told no one, basically, just did my stuff and hoped people had fun. And that's also something that's can be very dangerous if you don't have your emotions under control and you try to do stuff for other people to keep this whole mask up, basically. I think one of the best examples is Iron Mouse. She's sick. I think everyone knows she's sick. She's very, very sick, but she still goes onto her streams every single time and is full of energy, even though she basically dies in real life right now. Just to hold up this perfect image of a chatty, super energetic personality, which can be super damaging for you, for your well-being, for your mental health, for your relationships outside as well. Because this can also bring down other people. What if other people care about you as well? Would you want your best friend to hide everything just to be perfect all the time? I don't think so. And one big thing for parasocial relationships is also that there's no chance of rejection. It does not matter what you do in a chat, as long as you are not an asshole and you don't get banned. This one-sided relationship just keeps going. You can go into chat every single day and there's no rejection until you get banned if you do something stupid. But most of the people don't do something stupid. So, what else have they here? Parasocial relationships are cultivated by the media to resemble face-to-face relationship. Over time, so many experiences are shared with celebrities. We develop an intimacy and friendship with the media user and feel that they know and understand us. So because you can always kind of watch what your streamer is doing, basically, and every time you write something in chat and they read it, it feels like they know something about me. Yes, they understand me better. Okay, I get it. Have you any thoughts on smaller? What do you mean with smaller parasocial relationships? Can you clarify what you mean with smaller? Do you mean with smaller content creator? Those are a bit more complicated, I think. Not like Iron Mouse scale, because I feel they happen with smaller Yeah. They happen with smaller content creators as well. Yeah. Okay. So you mean like basically what you're doing right now, because you have kind of a one-on-one chat with some people if you're smaller, if you only have like a few people watching you. that can of course go to the same extent. It really depends on a few points, because this is a parasocial. It is not, because parasocial is a one-sided relationship. So if both people interact with each other all the time, is it still one-sided? I mean, there's no chance of rejection in here, so maybe. But coming back to your point, there is I think for a smaller content creator, parasocial relationships are not as bad as long as they are in a in a good range, I would say. So what I mean is you as the content creator have to really know what you want to speak out there. So to get what kind of information you want to give all your people, basically. That's something. So most smaller ones don't really play any roles. They are just themselves, but a bit more you, a bit more energy, a bit more whatever. And I think, especially at the start, you kinda need some people that are really enjoying what you do, enjoying you as the person, kinda. Your personality, your over exaggerated personality on stream, or maybe even off stream. I really think you need those as your base viewers. But healthy boundaries should be set, of course. So private life, for example, everything that does not really matter, like your relationships or whatever you don't want to speak about on stream, should even for your more parasocial relationship viewers, should not really matter. As well as stuff like how you're really doing. I know that maybe is a bit taboo for some others, because I've seen other streamers that really care about how their viewers are doing, and so the viewers also really care about how the streamer is doing. I think that goes a bit too far, because as long as people are happy and they are here and they're interacting with me, of course they can share whatever they want to share. But I would never go out of my way to really ask a viewer how they are doing. I mean, we now have this venting, quote unquote, venting channel, so you can do it there. And we have these mental Mondays, which are kinda like that. So you can vent in here for some stuff and so on. That was kind of the first idea I had with this whole mental Monday. One day in a month where we can just speak about all the stuff. So the rest of the month we can just focus on gaming, laughing, and having fun with each other, basically. Because that's kind of my goal, just having fun with a lot of people. And it just so happens that I really like psychology and so on, and maybe I can do stuff with that as well. But yeah, coming back to your thing, have you any thoughts on smaller relationship and smaller parasocial relationships? Mm, I think they're required as a smaller creator. For some people, maybe they're a bit stronger. For others, not as strong. I try to keep it in the middle, kinda, because I'm in general not really a very emotional person. I have like 3 emotions and that's about it. I have happy, I have angry, and what was the first? Third? Sad. Yes, I can be sad as well. Even though crying is kinda hard. I mean, it really depends. There are some things where I cry super easily, like movies, for example, especially animated movies like Pixar and so on. I cry super easily. But other things like real life stuff, it's difficult for me. It kinda, my emotions kinda take like 1 or 2 weeks to catch up to me, basically. I don't know if my brain is just faster than my emotions, or my emotions just take longer. Who knows? Who knows? But was that an answer for your question, Chubby Panda? By the way, how should I call you? Because I have another panda in here as well. Is Chubby Panda okay? Or is that... Or would you feel weird if I call you Chubby all the time? If a fan interacts with a celebrity, does it become something else? So if a fan interacts... Or do you mean if the... Or do you mean if the celebrity interacts with the fan? Because the fan interacts with the celebrity all the time. They like their posts, they listen to their music, and so on. I think you want to say the other way around, so if the fan and celebrity interact with each other. Okay, I will call you really. So, are you really sure, really? Oh no. Do you find it easier to emotionally express with anime too? So for me, it's easier to cry at anime, for example, than real life stuff. I don't really watch a lot of real movies, I guess. So I'm not sure, but I would say yes. I don't know why, but I feel like animated stuff is like, in general, it is closer to the world I have in my head than the real life, if that makes sense. Maybe that sounds weird, but that's kind of... Daydreaming in anime. Yeah, a little bit, yes. Everyone looks always perfect in my world, in my mind world, in my brain world. How do you call that world in your head? It's funny. I've watched a lot of isekai animes lately. I fell into a rabbit hole there, into a deep rabbit hole. I watch every single one of them. And now, of course, my brain world is also an isekai now. But can parasocial relationships also be healthy? Because everyone needs a relationship. Every single person needs someone to rely on. What if you don't have anyone else in your life except this chat and this content creator? The time I got isekai'd into a VTuber world. Is that... Don't tell me that that's a real anime. Okay. Maybe one day. I was... Wait, Hololive Isekai. Oh wow. Someone made an anime about Hololive Isekai. Wow. Okay. Some people are really something. But yeah. So the healthy thing about parasocial relationships. What if I say they are common and perfectly normal to have parasocial relationships? What if your relationship to your parents are also parasocial? They put a lot more effort into it than you, maybe. Maybe it can be classified as one as well. And we are all social creatures, aren't we? We want to feel related to another person. It's more of an imbalance. An imbalance. Yeah, the parent the parent example was, I don't think, very good on my part. But it can also help your life, basically. If you see someone, if you see a content creator that you like, and they do something cool, do you get inspired or encouraged to do the same thing? Maybe. So your parasocial relationship can help you somehow. And I have that kinda what happened with me, basically. So I started losing weight, a lot of weight. Like, let me look it up. I have counted every single day since then. We are on... Where can I see my days? Hello? Okay, I guess this app is kinda crap. What if I close it? I think it was about... Yeah, 150 days now. Because I have seen another fellow content creator be more active. They wanted to just generally be more active, gain some money, lose some weight, whatever else. And I felt like, hey, why don't I try it as well? While they're streaming, I try to do some of the stuff as well. And then it was kind of okay. My body feels weird. I have not done exercise in a long time. I think 6 years. It was, yeah, Maybe I can try to incorporate some normal walking into my life. So I did that. After walking with the dog, I go out for a little walk myself for like 10 minutes or so. And now we are 100 something days later, and I lost almost 20 kgs. And I go for walks every single day. Every time I don't go for a walk, I feel very bad. Oh, thank you. Thank you, really. No, I cannot call you really. I can call you Panda until the other Panda comes in, I guess. Thank you, Panda. And now it feels very nice. It was just the first step, and this parasocial relationship I had built with the streamer. Sadly, I cannot really watch them anymore because they stream on times where I'm not really active on Twitch. Kinda sad, but yeah, that's kinda how I got encouraged to do some more exercise. There's also this whole streaming thing. We have a whole VOD. I hold a little presentation about how I started, why I started, and what I wanted to do with all the stuff. I guess I can look for the link very quickly. But basically, one thing I left out of there was that, I mean, I did not leave it out. I did talk about it, and I said that I was kinda forced into streaming. Yeah, this year. This is the VOD of my presentation of 2023. I will do one for this year as well, so we can look back at my very bad stuff at the early stages of the year and compare it with the maybe better stuff later on. But yeah, there's a streamer I really like because of his very positive energy. So he's playing a lot of Valorant right now, and we all know Riot games are very toxic games, but he's super positive. Even if he gets shouted at, if he gets insulted all the time, he's still positive. And I really admire that. I really want to be that as well, kinda. Because I tilt very fast. Especially if other people insult me or belittle me, I tilt instantly. I'm working on it, so it is what it is. Angry love. Do we have some clips where I'm angry? I don't think so. I think every time I got angry, I just stopped streaming. Once I get too angry. There was this one moment in Street Fighter 6 where I was fuming. I was fuming because I was so bad. So I kinda cheated my way into gold rank. Then I could not beat a single person anymore. I just got shat on all the time. And I was super angry on stream and just nope, after like 2 matches, nope, not today. And that's why we don't play Tekken on here as well. I would really like to play Tekken 8, but better not on stream. I do get angry from time to time. It's always good to be able to stay positive when being yelled at. That's having this mental fortitude is something that a lot of people should have, I think. Especially if you... Especially in the workforce. There's so many... I've heard so many stories about people just being shouted at by the manager or whatever. The people that get a lot more money than you, but basically you have to do all the work. You get also shouted at by those people, and it's like, oh no, if you even say one single word back, it's over for you. It's Jova. Okay, back to we were at healthy parasocial relationships. So we have established that maybe they can be inspiring, maybe they can be encouraging, or maybe they can even support you in your life choices. It's also something that can happen. If you see a celebrity doing something you would like to do as well. For example, if you're a man and there's a man doing some normally woman stuff, basically. I mean, there are a lot of those what do you call them? Are they... Wait, maybe that's just a German thing. Because we have a lot of those, I think they call themselves just cross-dressing. Yeah, not really just cross-dressing, but that's for example one thing. There's this one singer that is that has made it very public that it should be okay for a man to wear a dress. He was in One Direction, I believe. He's now doing his own thing. Oh, I forgot his name. He's very popular. You have a friend that cross-dresses. Oh, nice. I forgot his name, wait. One Direction... Harry Styles? Was that his name? Don't... Oh, Jesus. What am I doing here? Okay. Yeah, it is Harry Styles. Okay. It was... Yeah, don't... Okay, now I'm intrigued. What did I Google here? One Direction, Daddy Kink, cross-dressing, kitten. Okay, I will close you now. But, where was I? Was I? Yeah, it can encourage you to try it out as well, because maybe you like it, maybe you don't, maybe it's just something you don't really care about. But if a very famous person, a person you look up to, does something crazy or so, like there was also this Kim Kardashian craze with the Brazilian butt lift, I think it's called, with the super thin waist and big booty, which they made the trend basically for 1 year or so, or even longer. I think it's still going on. I don't know if something like that is really healthy for other people. That's a bad example. But For example, that. Okay, now I have a much better example. Barack Obama. He was a politician with a background where you would have not guessed that in America would have been voted for. So that can, of course, encourage a lot of people of color to go into the same direction because they saw, okay, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter at all because all the negativity that is there that's just a very loud minority most of the time. What other benefits can parasocial relationships have? They can provide safe space for those who feel uncomfortable in social situations. Especially people that lack confidence. Entertainment is simple but valuable too. Yes. So I do ask myself now, are you in a parasocial relationship just for listening to the music of someone? Per definition, you would be. You put a lot of time in there, a lot of effort. Maybe you even want to know what is happening in the song or what is the song about. And the other person does not even know you exist. You champion. Welcome in. I'm doing fine. I'm just talking too much and I'm way too fast. Is an artist their art? If I love a movie, am I parasocial with all the actors? I don't think so. You would be parasocial if you would really love one actor. There are a bunch of single actors that have that. For example, the James Bond guy, the Batman guy, Spider-Man as well. Huge following. I forgot his name. I'm not I'm not very versed in this whole celebrity stuff. But I feel like if you really like one of the person in a movie, that could be a parasocial relationship because you try to watch other movies with them as well, just for them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Panda? So now we have entertainment. If you do that, then yes. But if you just enjoy a movie for the movie's sake, so for the characters in the movie, not just for one actor or just for the actors, I think it's not parasocial relationship. Because those... I want to say those people do not exist. But that's kind of... We have made the connection with... what is it called? Imaginary friend. And they do also not exist. Huh. I see. Yeah, we have entertainment. We have for people that scared of rejection, it can be healthy to even just... I mean, some people are really scared or anxious about social connection to other people. They have no one else to speak with except maybe some weird vtuber on on Twitch. Yeah, it now got a little bit too meta for me. But this way they can try out social interaction and feel safe. Being at home, being not rejected, you can always just move away from the conversation if you don't like it. Even if you lack the confidence to speak, a lot of people, I struggle with that as well. I struggled with it a lot before I started streaming. I could not, so I was in Cruel Ocean for, I think, 3 months before I even spoke a single word to any one of them. Because I was so scared interacting with random people. And now that I streamed, this whole thing kinda went away. We're just fine. But I would have never grown that fast, that far, that tall, grown that much. Yes. That's that's the correct terminology. Grown that much without just typing to someone, chatting with people. I really love chatting, especially when I was younger. I kinda went into games and just to go into the global chat and chat with people, with random people, all the time. Quite common among other streamers from what I hear. Yeah, I feel like streaming is really dominated by introverted people. A lot of introverted people don't have any other way of expressing themselves besides streaming or creating content, which helped a lot of them. I'm not sure if I'm, and just for the record, I don't really believe in this whole introvert extrovert thing. I think everyone is a mixture of everything. It just depends on the situation, basically. But yeah, I think it is the easiest way to describe people that are more, that normally hold back instead of just speaking out their mind. And with this whole thing, so you can just try out stuff, even if you lack the confidence, you lack the experience in social interactions and whatever, you can just chat with other people and see how they react. This can really boost your confidence and make you feel more comfortable just engaging with other people, maybe even in real life. I had a random encounter with a woman not long ago. Just a super random encounter. She asked me for the way to the train station, and instead of just explaining the way, because I went into the same direction anyway, I just said, yeah, sure, let's go together there and talk a little bit. And we just talked about all the other stuff. I don't think I would have done that before I streamed, so with my old self, basically. I think I would have just told that person where to go and waited a little bit and then just went into my own world, and I would have regretted it the whole freaking day, most likely. Yes, a little bit of progress. Every single step is a good step. Even if you fall over, even if you just walk into even if you just walk into a wall, it's still progress. Someday you can overcome that wall. And of course you can just practice a lot in parasocial relationships, because the other person does not really know that you exist or what you look like, who you even are. So you can just do whatever you feel like, even if you just lie all the time, if it helps you, I guess it can be good, but I would not recommend that. Try to be as much as yourself as you can be. And one more thing, with all this experimenting and getting more experience in social interactions, while there's no consequence, basically, there's no possibility of rejection, this whole thing kinda aids in your development, and you kind of figure out who you are, what your identity is, basically. Especially if you just, I mean, on the internet you can look at a lot of stuff and you don't know the stuff about yourself if you've never seen anything like that. For example, that's now very broad. I don't think that really works anymore. But for example, if you're gay, you would not know that you're gay until you have seen that other people can be gay as well. That's kinda the thing I'm going for right now. And with parasocial relationships, even super young people that just learned what social media is, what celebrities are, content creators or whatever, they can now already develop their own identity with the help of those people, which is I think with this in mind, content creators have to be a bit more careful how they present themselves. We had here in Germany, we had a gambling ring or something, and a lot of young children watched those people before they started to gamble all the time. And then the question is, will they later on in life go into the same path as their favorite streamer, their favorite content creator, and also just gamble away everything? Or will they find another role model, like their own parents maybe, which is much rarer this time, this day. Taking your own parents as role models is kinda rare. There's so many people that are, in quote unquote, better than your parents on social media because they always present themselves as perfect, that you don't really have any chance as your parent to act as a role model. So there are a few benefits to parasocial relationships, but those are really just for very specific people, I feel like. And what happens to those people once they gain a little bit more confidence, experience? Do they still? I mean, they would still be in this whole parasocial relationship. Would it just swap over to being bad for them afterwards because they cannot connect with other people? They can only connect with the online people now. People already a positive growth mindset. I think you missed a verb in there. People already with a positive growth mindset. Mm-hmm. And those healthy things that can happen only really work on specific celebrities or content creators that also try to help you in that way. I mean, okay, let's not try to go into the celebrity direction all the time. Let's take small streamers for example. There are a lot of I always call them jokingly weird people in a lot of chats of smaller streamers that are just socially kinda inexperienced. I would say. They ask kinda weird question at weird times, make some weird commentary every now and then. I know I know I do weird commentary all the time, but most of the time I think in the chats I do that in, the people already know I'm just joking. But other people do that even though okay, here's something else. Yeah, that was very weird of me right now. I have too many thoughts in my head to too many thoughts at the same time right now. Okay, so you are in a chat of a small streamer. You chat with all the people in there, and then you see another chatter. You kinda like their joke, and then okay, the next stream, a few more jokes that you like, and then you build up a parasocial relationship with them, even without knowing, basically, because you pay a lot more attention to this one chatter than all the other chatters. Is that something that can be good? Is that something that's bad? Maybe is it just a bit too, or am I just overthinking stuff right now? It's basically it can basically be the same thing. Oh. But when does a parasocial relationship get unhealthy? So we have spoken about a lot of things that can help you, basically. And what are the red flags, maybe, or your icks? If you want to use some Zoomer speak in here. So if you're normally a relationship is unhealthy if you make the other person uncomfortable. I think it's kinda like the best description. If you are out with someone and they make you uncomfortable because something they have said or something they are doing or so, maybe it's not the best relationship to be in right now. Even if it's just a friendly get-together, it can happen a lot. It can happen fast. And it can also happen in parasocial relationships. Especially if they start to be obsessive, like we have established before. They can easily go into this stalkerish type of deal. And they will just take up a lot of your time with uncomfortable question, uncomfortable comments on your stuff, with question where you live, what you smell like, what eye color you have, or whatever. But I feel like it's very hard for yourself to establish coconut. My smell? No, I don't smell like coconut. I smell like pear. Pear and popcorn, yes. No, I should. So I should smell like s'more and pear and popcorn, yeah. Because my perfume is s'mores, basically. which is very funny, because it is called milk. Yeah, it is. I think it's called commodity milk. Yeah, yeah. It should be like s'mores and whatever. Yeah, s'mores or cold milk, like marshmallow and so on. What is So what are those red flags? If you prioritize parasocial relationships over real ones, for example. So you have some you wanted to. So someone asked you that a friend asked you to go out to watch a movie you've waited to watch, but oh no, your favorite streamer is streaming on that day and that time as well. Maybe you don't go out with your friend. Maybe you just watch the streamer instead. That's already a red flag, I would say. Unless, of course, you are doing something with the streamer. For example, if you are in a collab with the streamer, I can understand. But if you're quote unquote just a viewer, then maybe it's not that serious. Maybe you should spend time with your friend in the cinema and watch a movie and talk about stuff. Another one I can think of that is kinda the same vein is just in general, not engaging with the world. I mean, a lot of people don't really go out. I don't really go out a lot. Sometimes I go somewhere and talk to people, but most of the time I don't. But if you also feel lonely and isolated from all the people, because no one understands your obsession with this streamer. No one understands you. It's maybe you have to think about it. Maybe there's something that's not that healthy. Maybe, just maybe, it's too much. And one big thing happens a lot. You are not having your own opinions anymore. You're just regurgitating the same opinion as the people you're connected to. A lot of Asmongold viewers are like that. A lot of those other React YouTubers, VTubers, Twitch streamers and whatever are like that. A lot of those viewers. Because it's much easier to just take an opinion from someone else and use it as your own. Even if you don't understand it. So if someone asks you, why are you thinking like that? So why is your opinion that? You cannot really answer that. Maybe that's also a sign that you could spend too much time with them. With someone you don't really have a connection with. So I have I have spoken a lot right now. Maybe we have some stories in chat. So I can grab something to drink. And I will be right back. Okay. So we have now spoken a lot about parasocial relationships. Are there other forms of parasocial social situations? What if it's not a whole relationship? What if it's just some interactions? Do you know what a keystone species is? No? What is a keystone species? I've never heard that. Keystone species. National Geographic Society. Role of keystone species. That's a biology term. Every ecosystem has certain species that are critical to the survival of other species in the system. The keystone species could be a huge predator or an unassuming plant, but without them the ecosystem may die. A species that, if it was removed, everything else would collapse. Ah, okay, interesting. I've never heard of that. Interesting. So, would plankton be one of those keystone species in the sea? Because without it, a lot of fish would die. Sometimes I feel like I see keystone relationships. Like one person is the keystone that holds things together. Feels in the similar branch as parasocial. Interesting. So do they work like the glue to keep everyone together, or is it more like because this person knows these other people, I'm also interested in these people? Or is it just because everyone just gathers around this one keystone person? gathering around for events. The last one. Okay, so everyone is around one person. Ah, interesting. But this phenomena, I have seen that a lot. Especially with different friend groups. There's always one person. If this one person is not there, no one is there, basically. So it doesn't matter who else is there, but as long as this one person or the two person, especially if you have two different friend groups and the two keystone people, because they're very social, know each other, suddenly everyone can meet. But if one of them is not there anymore, this whole site is just not there. No one will come. No one will meet the other people, basically. I've seen that in real life too many times. That suddenly this one person cannot be there anymore, and no one wants to go to this bar anymore. And it's like, okay, I guess. Well, would you like to be one of those keystone, or are you one of those keystone person, Panda? And with very little research, I found a little article about how they how this keystone species can be applied to human beings. I mean, it's not in the same sense as there's always a boss in a company. That's something completely different as well. I would say no, and I would not like to be. Quite a bit of pressure. Why is that a lot of pressure? Maybe I am too far outside of every group thing that I don't understand that. Or am I a keystone person? No, I'm not. I don't have any following. Don't have anyone around me. So what they have gathered here for humans to be a keystone species, kinda. Or what have they called them? Deep soul. You should be a meaning seeker, bravely independent. And that's something I can agree with. Deep divers. Okay, I feel like this is okay. Okay, that's something completely weird. Because it's not my nature to be like that, so I would feel pressured to create gatherings. I have tried in the past to create some gatherings every now and then, but I had one major mess up, and that kinda... So we wanted to go to the cinema. I looked at the movies. I thought like, okay, this is a cool movie. We go there at this time. Then I called all my buddies that I have. Basically, my home was always because I had a PlayStation 2 with 4 controllers and games that could be played by 4 people. We always gathered at my house, basically. And so we wanted to go to the cinema to watch a movie. I don't even know what a movie is anymore. And I sadly looked at the wrong date because it was quite back. Quite a few years back, so the websites were not that advanced and showed you the correct date all the time. They just showed you an overall calendar, basically. They had no idea what day it is. So we went there, and yeah, the movie was not there. Movie was not on. which made me internally very mad at myself and very sad at the same time. Normally, I think what a normal person should have done, just, yeah, okay, let's do something else. But no, I ran back home, cried on the way home, ran to my room, cried more, and I did not want to see any one of them for a week. Yes, I was a very special child. I can acknowledge that. A very special one. And thankfully I've grown out of this whole thing. It's kinda... Ooh. Why did you not want to see them? I don't quite know anymore, but if I have to guess, it would be that I'm embarrassed how I reacted then. Because I could not really explain myself, because it just happened in my head and I had no idea what is happening. That's kind of the thing. Yeah. I still... I think that's also the first time I have spoken about it. And now I can laugh about it, because it's... If you see it from the outside, which I can now, it is super funny, basically. But it's not funny for the for the person that is going through right now. Because what if... So let's take from the other side. What if that would not have happened and I would not be scared to always take the lead, basically? Would I have been more social? Would I have had more friends, basically? More events and whatever else? And to this day, I'm still kind of scared to do big events, to be the person in lead and so on. Even though I think I could be good at that, because I'm very pushy. I'm very like yeah, assertive, I guess. if it's not something as casual as this here right now. The last few things I have done where I was the main lead was the game shows for Cruel Ocean, basically. That we can go in here and go to the link tree, go to the Twitch. Yes, Twitch, yeah. Scroll down. I guess you have to go to videos and scroll down, and then we can see Jeopardy. I was the solo planner for both of them, basically. Created the whole scene thingy and so on. And I will not go too in depth into that, but I kind of created the whole interface. You can see there that you can just click inside of OBS, basically, so you don't have to use any third-party stuff. Yeah, I think that was the last few things, and it felt super nice to be able to do something like that, to just create something, to have the responsibility that I don't know how to explain that, but having responsibility is kind of nice. It's kind of a nice feeling for me. maybe I'm just weird, like always, but it is a nice feeling, especially if I guess it's also if something goes bad, I know I am the one to blame and I know I can take it. Because I took so much in my whole life that whatever happens, I would not really care. I can take all the hits basically. My defense is high. Not all the time. There are points where you can easily get me down. Of course, those always exist. Where were we? Keystone people. You don't think it's fair to distribute plane? Distribute plane responsibility. I don't think I understand your question. What do you mean with distribute? Distribute to whom? So if you are doing something, instead of taking it all for yourself, but if you don't, so if I distribute that to the people that kinda made the fuck ups or whatever, why would that be good? So in my head, I think it's better that, for example, I take all the blame and the other people are fine. It does not really matter, and everyone can be happy. Instead of a lot of people taking a hit, and it's like, oh, okay, now everyone feels sad. That makes me sad as well. For me, it's much easier to just take everything and see everyone is happy, and I'm also happy that way. Because I don't really care a lot about myself in that regard. For me, the happiness of the other people is much more important than my own. So, if people don't take responsibility, they can't grow in my mind. We rob them of chance to grow. That's true. Maybe I'm just a bit too nurturing. Is that the correct word? No. I don't think so. I try to protect people too much, maybe. Okay, I understand what you're saying. That's a fair point. I have not thought about it that way. They have to. Because you can only learn from your mistakes, basically. And if you don't know what type of mistakes you've done, you cannot really learn anything or grow. Very true, Panda. Very true. Thank you. Thank you for opening my brain hole. Do you have any specific example for the keystone person that you can speak about? Is there any celebrity or so that you can think of that functions kind of the same? And you cannot put all the pressure on yourself as well. True. Because you will also not grow if you just take all the stuff all the time. So if you just take on stuff you don't even you technically don't deserve, you will not grow from that. You will. Would you shrink? Would you shrink from that? Oh, I don't think so. I feel like Keystone is for smaller groups, not celebrity fan types. So, okay. So maybe comparable with collabs for smaller streamers. So if you do a collab with someone that is kind of the same size or maybe bigger, those people will also be in your chat, your people will also be in their chat, but they're all only there because you are there. Is that kind of the thing? I think that it's kind of the same. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have seen that on my follower list. So there was a person, I don't know if he still streams. I think he streams every now and then now. He streamed Overwatch 2. Yes, he streamed Overwatch 2. He found some he found some people that are bigger than him. He collabed with them because Overwatch is 5v5, so 5 people collabed together, and so they all shared the same viewers now because they collabed. And once they stopped collabing, of course they go to their original viewership again. And if you go from 40 average viewer back to 7, you will take a big hit to your ego, a very big one. And even though you cannot really do anything against that, because those people were only there for the other person, for the collab partner, to support this person, not to support you. They don't care about you, basically. And that's something this person had to learn the hard way. And then I have seen on his Discord, like 1 week or 2 weeks later, he took a break, a long mental health break. I'm not sure if it's just because of this whole thing and whatever. There are a lot of other factors, hopefully. But yeah, I don't think I see him very often now. He was one of those streamers that streamed every single day. Yeah, but he still streams, but only with the collab now. Which, yeah, streamers in general can be described as keystones. That's true. That's true. A lot of offline chats are just empty because the streamer's not there. Or if even on stream, a lot of people don't really want to interact with each other. A lot of viewers, I have a feeling. I try every now and then to interact with other viewers from other streamers I watch, and most of the time they just ignore it, or they just try to interact more with the with the streamer instead of the people that are trying to talk to them, which I think is kind of weird as well. I will not call those people weird, but I will call this interaction kind of weird. I do that as well sometimes. In some streams, I am really focused on just the streamer, and I have realized that after stepping back a little bit, I have realized that. And I also realized that it really, because I'm a mod in that channel as well, it kinda made it so that every single other chatter is like wanted to be like that as well. So everyone just wants to chat to the streamer. They don't want to interact with each other. They just want to talk to the big streamer there. Then you try to go into the Discord, and for me, a community Discord for streamers and so on is for the community, not for the streamer to just pump out content in there as well. I know my Discord is a bad example because I'm kind of the only one that is posting stuff in there for the memes and so on. Yeah, not everyone is perfect, okay? But I feel like Discords especially is more for the interaction between viewers. So if viewers want to talk about something that happened on stream, or want to talk about that something they both like because they realized on stream that, oh, they like to watch this game. For example, in my case, you like visual novels, you like Danganronpa, you like detective games, you like mystery, maybe some horror that is not very scary, but it's more about ambience and scary creatures. And then you can maybe make some friends or just chat with some people. That's kind of what I think a Discord should be. But I'm kind of ranting here again. I feel like Mental Monday is more and more just a rental Monday. You know, it's rant. Like, no, not rental, more like rental. Welcome back, Iron Fortress. Your puppy needed a bath. Oh, nice. Does your puppy like baths? My dog really hates it. if we bathe her, she really fights against it. She wants to jump out of the bathtub. But I think it's kind of funny. Okay, I think we can kinda circle back around to our topic of the day. So, parasocial relationships. I kinda teased it before. They're not only relationships that can be parasocial. There can also be just normal interactions that can be parasocial. You don't have to instantly form a relationship with someone you interact with on social media. But are those little interactions, those parasocial interactions, because you put so much more into your comment on under a YouTube video, your chat message in a Twitch stream or whatever. Can this be dangerous for you? Can this be bad for your health? Can this be harmful? So I think I think just interacting in a parasocial method, I don't think it's very dangerous. Is it? Or can you just say both is the same? So when does a relationship start? When does a one-sided relationship start? Does it start with the first sentence you write? Does it start after a week? Does it start after they have paid attention to you? So you think it's not one-sided anymore? Maybe it's just the same thing. Your first like on someone can already be the start of a parasocial relationship. I don't think that's something I can answer here. Maybe that's something to think about. And we had a big event not long ago that kinda sparked this whole parasocial relationship thing. It was, yes, COVID-19. And with that, a lot more people have found Twitch and YouTube and whatever else because they were stuck inside. So they found out about people here that just speak nonsense like me all day, every day. And apparently they like that. And they formed a little relationship with them. But not a mutual relationship. That would be too hard. Of course. Do you guys think it is? What do you guys think? Is it more? Is it easier to have a relationship, a parasocial relationship, with someone that uses a face cam or someone that VTubes? Because normally people really like to see other human faces, especially if they talk, how they act, how they react to everything. But there are also a lot of people that don't really care about that stuff. We have seen a lot of VTuber with a huge following, and I would say almost every one of them is in a parasocial relationship with their, how do you call them? Oshi, I believe. Is that the correct word? Oshi. I think so. Oshi, native operating system hardware. It feels like a personal preference. What aesthetic you prefer? It makes sense. There also, I guess there are also people that don't share anything, so they don't have any avatar on screen or any face. They just have voice, and they still have a this. And I would say they still have parasocial relationship to some of their viewers. Like, who's the biggest one? Lyric, I believe, which kinda blows up every single category on Twitch every time he streams. I don't think he shows his face, but there are a lot of people that really like him for what he does. So what? So I guess it's more important what the person says and how they are saying it, than how they look, basically. And what happens if... So we know that small children cannot distinguish between real life and non-real life. That's something that's something we know already. So it's understandable that children would be very... it would be very easy for children to form a parasocial relationship. But what about human beings? Can we still not figure out what real is and what not? Or maybe did we evolve in that way that we don't really care anymore because everything is digital anyway after a while? Maybe that's just a bit too philosophical right now. But with all this social media stuff, and social media gets bigger and bigger all the time, it's much more, it's so much more easier to fall into a one-sided relationship with someone. It does not even have to be a content creator or a celebrity or whatnot. It can also just be one person you really like, basically. A person you swiped left on Tinder. Can you also be in a parasocial relationship with them? Maybe not. That's less about real or fake and more about the volume of what you see. If you see a huge volume of success, that's true, but the human brain isn't used to seeing so much of it. So you mean that we have not adapted yet to the social media stuff? That's an interesting way of looking at it. I mean, this whole internet and social media and having access to basically every human on Earth all the time is still kinda new for us. When did it start? In the 20th century, I believe? Where you could go into movies and call someone on your telephone, and now we can video call with 100 people and so on. It was crazy fast. I don't think we could adapt to that. It would need to be a social evolution, not a genetic one. Social evolution. So a bit like... I don't think I have an example of that right now. But do I understand what you mean with social evolution? So I don't think you can just put it off as, yeah, this is something society has to do. So and how would you do that? Would it be already enough to just teach you in school that social media is kind of fake and what you see on social media is not the real life? Is that already enough? Education, so social standards, what's normal? Yeah, but is it enough if you just educate them? Because we had, I don't know if you had computer, kind of computer science, just very low basic stuff like how to use Google, how to use Word, how to use PowerPoint, Excel, and so on. A lot of people, after the class, they had good grades, but they had no idea anymore afterwards. Because a lot of people just go to school we have a very good word for that in German, but I don't think it works in English. Is vomit learning something? I don't think so. Vomit learning. Nope. Nope. Okay. And please don't Google that. Apparently... Wait. People need a tutorial how to vomit? But a lot of people, so what it basically means is a lot of people just learn just for the test at the end, and that's about it. They don't want to do, they basically cannot comprehend all the stuff they have to learn at school. That makes sense, kinda. Like all in one go. Yeah, a one-off event. Kinda like sex ed. Sex ed was for us also just one thing, one special occasion, and that's it. We have never heard about it again. We had it, I believe, twice. Once in, I think it was 4th grade, and once in 8th grade, and that's it. No, no one has ever spoken about it ever again. So if you just don't really pay attention there because you think, oh, you know, I know this, I know all this stuff anyway, you most likely will not know it later on. Inconsistent wouldn't stick on your head. So what you think would be good is teaching social media in school. Would be cool, but how would you, so what would be the knowledge you want to transfer? What would the teacher be required to know? Where should they be coming from? Should they be an ex-content creator? So they can speak about all the sides, even the bad sides, about content creating? Because I think right now a lot of younger people want to be a content creator because they see all those people with a lot of money. They can do whatever they want. They can just stream. They can just stream video games for 10 hours a day, and that's their job. That's a dream for a lot of people. But then they look behind it, and those people are completely lonely. They have no one. They have absolutely nothing in their life. Yes, they have money, but they stream basically every time. They stream basically all day, every single hour. And after stream, they're not done. They also have to do the other stuff, the brand stuff and the other stuff. And then they have to... Yeah, they're not all miserable, of course. But you can be miserable. That's what I wanted to emphasize. It can happen, especially if you don't make it big. Not even 1% of all content creator can live from it. So if you're not big enough, you are just out of luck, basically. And just going viral with 1 or 2 clips is not enough anymore. That was enough earlier when... Who was the last? No, I think this time... oh, what is she called? So the last time it really worked was Bella Porch. She had one viral video and she just kind of blew up and was everywhere, basically. But there is one other girl. Yeah. She? No. There's one other girl. She got a filter on TikTok because she's so beautiful. She blew up with like... Don't let me lie for a little bit. I think she got like 400 million likes. Is that correct? Or is that still a bit not enough? TikTok most liked video. Yeah, Bella Porch, of course, but there's... Oh, should have researched that better. Okay, I cannot find her right now. Okay, it does not matter how she is called, because most likely she will not get. She has one viral video because she's just so beautiful, I guess, and I don't think she can do anything with that unless, of course, she has something else like an OnlyFans or a YouTube that's already established or whatever. But I don't think that's the case. So yeah, there are a lot of downsides of trying to be a content creator. Unless, of course, you just want to make it for fun, to entertain other people, then go for it. Go for entertaining other people. People need to laugh more in this world. Yo, welcome in.
Blessed us with 4 people.
Welcome in, Abisley. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's give you a big fat shout out.
Brother.
What?
What the fuck?
Is that the normal voice or is that a filter?
Some mad shit is going on in the Wolf household.
Okay. Thank you for choosing me to raid. There's so many people on Twitch. May I ask, how did you find me? Welcome in, Abisley, DJ Beats, and Helium. Helium, the best element on the periodic table, raw and unfiltered. Real voice. Wow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, thank you for choosing me to raid. I am Love. I am here twice a week, basically. This right now is a special stream. I do a Mental Monday once a month. We are talking about different stuff. Today we are talking about parasocial relationships. Some other stuff, of course. We are trying to kinda use this stream as a venting window for other people as well. As long as it does not contain any illnesses, mental illness or whatever, and we can just freely speak about stuff, it's fine in here. And besides that, I mostly play visual novels. So if you like my voice, maybe stick around. Visual novel have a lot of reading. I found you by scrolling down and seeing those big fluffy ears. Oh, thank you. Speaking of nothing, Leeds Latin name is really funny. What is the Leeds? Welcome in, Jaxie. Jax? Fluffiest in the EU. Oh, in the EU. Lead's the material. What is the Latin name of lead? Yeah, it's plumbum. Ah, nice. Because it's so plumb, but so we right now have spoken about content creator, being a content creator, and trying to understand. Trying to come up with something that other people can try to understand what social media is and content creation. For example, you could teach it in school, like sex ed, for example, just so people don't fall into the most obvious traps, basically. Especially with all this social media rapidly increasing. The use is rapidly increasing all the time. I must go now. Yeah, thank you. Thank you again for the raid. Have a good night, day, or whatever else. Have a good mental Monday. Hope the raiders have fun. I hope so too. Welcome in all the raiders. I'm tired. Are you forced to be here? Forced labor. That's not on my watch. Go to sleep. No, do whatever you want to do. So, did we establish everything? Anything? I don't think so. Okay. But maybe we should go to our main topic again, to parasocial relationships, or also parasocial interactions, I guess. Do you think this whole parasocial thing will be even worse in the coming years, or was COVID-19 kind of the worst episode of it, and now a lot of people just don't really fall into this anymore? Or is it more like something that will steadily increase all the time? The longer we have social media, the more people try to be influencers, content creators. Maybe we have to establish some other kind of boundaries. So what is a not parasocial relationship? What is a social relationship? A normal relationship, a normal interaction with another person in a daily life. You speak with them a little bit, you exchange some words, maybe one person speaks a bit more than the other. It's kind of normal. So if you now look at the parasocial end, you have your social media personalities or fictional characters where they cannot really hammer head to bed. Good night, DJ Beats. Good night. Thank you for coming, for joining the raid, coming to hang out. Good night, everyone. Night. So on the other end, we have a relationship or an interaction that is just like, okay, I'm liking this picture, I'm writing a message, and maybe I even now it gets spooky. Maybe I even write a personal message to them, something like a little good night or good morning, or a, hey, I really like your role in this movie and whatever. Is there any? So if you're one of those people that PM just random content creator, I would really ask you, what is the goal there most of the time? Because I feel like most of those people don't have very good goals in mind. Maybe I'm just too branded with all the bad stuff. But I don't think so. I think they just want a little bit more attention. They really try to make this parasocial thing into a social interaction with them to get a reaction on them, so they can think, so they can go and like, oh, they've spoken to me personally. So maybe they like me? Well, what if they like me? Oh no. What am I doing? No, no, no. And suddenly it's like, okay. Have you done something bad as the content creator reacting on that? Because you don't know what they don't really know what they wanted from you. You don't know their goal. You don't know you don't really know anything about them, basically. Was Parasocial thing something, was it that big before we had social media? Were there a lot of people? I guess there were still a lot of people that were crying while a band was playing and wanted to get to know their favorite celebrity they've seen in this movie all day, every day. So it's not something that is very new to us, but it's now easier to get into. Well, what if we go back to the childhood, what I've mentioned at the start of the stream with the imaginary friends. So I had a lot of plushies that were my imaginary friends. Those were also parasocial relationships, because those people always, so your imaginary friend always just does whatever you want, basically. What does it mean if your imaginary friend does not accept your answer? No, that is the wrong way of putting it. It's not the same. It's not the same boat. No. Oh no, my English is leaving me. Sitting in the same boat. I don't think that's a meaning, but is there? Because that's a German thing. What does it mean? We're in the same position. In a situation. Yeah. If your imaginary friend thinks one of the different category of relationship. So are you saying that social media parasocial relationships are different than imaginary friends? Huh. With the definition we had at the start, they should be the same thing, but I would agree that they are quite different. Because imaginary friends are something you produce for yourself, basically. And the other one, you focus on someone else. Maybe we should not go too in-depth into imaginary friends right now. Do we think what do we think, how early do we start getting into one-sided relationships? Do you think because you like I don't know. What is a good cartoon right now? You, for example, you like Dora the Explorer. You really like Mappy, the map, or however it is called. You really like the map. Are you in a parasocial relationship with that map? Because as a child, you cannot really say if it's real or not. It does not matter how it looks. So it could be classified as that. I guess more like parasocial interactions, maybe. And once you grow up, maybe you will be 1 year older or so, it will go away again. That's could be. And then you start to have role models. But we as an adult observer can confirm they're not real. Mm-hmm. And if you this kind of feels like this Santa Claus thing, because a lot of people tell their children that Santa Claus exists and others don't. So I don't think we know if anything happens if you do either of them. If you clarify later on to your children that Santa Claus does not exist, of course. In the end, I don't think it makes a difference if you let them be in their own imaginary world or not. Or do we have any evidence there? Any studies there? Because I would think it would not matter if you tell a child that something is not real that they think is real. Because most of the people cannot really remember the childhood anyway. Below the age of 10 or so. Can someone in chat? I can't. Everything under 10 or 13 or so, I cannot remember anything, basically. But we most likely just swap over to other role models. Just because we don't remember it doesn't mean it does not affect us. That's why I ask for. So is that maybe a way why? Is that maybe something why some people daydream and some others don't? I don't think. So do you really think that if you don't tell, so if you tell your children that the imagination is not real, do you think it will positively impact them? Another raid.
has blessed us with 4 people.
Hello, welcome in, Turbo 614. Welcome in, raiders.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here. I can go around the wall, but I want to hop over it. Oh, look at that little waterfall thing. That's a nice feature. I probably should have lit it up, though. Dude, I hit the wrong button. You idiot.
The door did not open, did it? It did. Ah, it did. It worked. It worked, Turbo. Oh, nice. Welcome in. Thank you for choosing me to raid. There's so many other people that are not me. Thank you for the raid. What did you do? You played Conan Exiles. Ah, nice. And as you can listen, I have switched to the Cruel Ocean music, so maybe I don't get 30 copyright strikes on my next video. Maybe. Anyway, welcome in. Tiger Girls 711 and Turbo. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for coming with the raid. I am Love. I am here twice a week. We are right now having a special stream, a Mental Monday. I do this once a month. Our topic for the day is parasocial relationships. I was really wondering, did I? No. Okay. I was wondering if I typed parasocial wrong in my title, or if OBS just does not know the word. OBS does not know the word apparently. You'll be good now for sure. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, those are not copyright strikes anyway, but copyright notice or whatever. Because I am not monetized, it does not really matter, to be honest. But yeah. We were talking about children. Okay, that was kind of weird. The children, the imaginary world, imaginary friends. And if it's good or bad to tell them if something does not exist, what they don't understand. So basically, children cannot distinguish between real life and not real life, for example, a movie. They always... You have many children? Wait, I thought you only had one. You have many? Oh, okay. So Turbo is a shotgun. Okay, let's move on from that thought. Maybe more like an assault rifle. Always in bursts. Yeah, it is after 1 AM, so now it starts. Okay. So we were talking about children, letting them live in their imaginary world, so, or telling them that something they see is not real. Which is, yeah, it's also kind of like the Santa Claus thing. Some parents tell them very early that Santa Claus does not exist. Some others let them live a little bit. Oh boy, you have children. What was your approach there? Did you instantly tell your children that Santa Claus does not exist? Or did you let them marinate a little bit and be in their little dream world? I waited until they were old enough to understand the concept. Ah, interesting. And how do you know how do you know the timing once they can understand the concept of something that is not real? Okay. I could tell by their behavior in general, pertaining to in real life things. Ah, interesting. I think I really need an interesting counter to keep up with all the interesting I say. It's very interesting. Oh no. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like parent intuition, I guess. Ah. Do you ever think it changed how your children grew up? So basically how they are. Do you think they are more inside of the stream world because you told them later on? Or do you think it did not really matter at all? Each kind learns at a different rate. Mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we have spoken about parasocial relationships, that you feel kind of isolated, lonely, and because of that it can increase your social anxiety because you only learned how to speak to someone online. But there are also studies. So I have right now found one study that can kind of say the opposite. So it cannot confirm that loneliness and parasocial interactions correlate, which is interesting. So maybe this whole thinking of this lonely neckbeard dude in their mom's basement is maybe not the way of thinking anymore for parasocial people. I can also, of course, I can link my little study if you want to look at it. It affected me personally when I was little negatively, so I did not want them. It affected you negatively because your parents told you too early that everything you were seeing is not real. Is that correct? Okay. They never told you. Oh, that's even. Oh, that's the complete opposite. Okay. Found out on my own. So you most likely got shamed for thinking Santa Claus is still real. As a teenager or so. Yep. That can be. No, that's not something you want for your child. I'm sorry, Toba, that you had to go through that. I hope they did not bully you too much. I mean, you did turn out quite okay, I would say. The study also found out that viewing news of exciting entertainment and in general different news can even have a positive effect on your social life because you now have something to talk about. That's a way we have not been speaking about yet. You have if you are following some people on social media, if you interact with them, it's all parasocial interaction, parasocial relationship, and so on. But you can also speak with all the other people that interacted with them, especially if it's I don't know. Let's keep it low class. Let's keep it with small streamers, for example. If you're in a chat of a small streamer and you see that there's another person, you basically have one interest that is the same. It's the one streamer there, and it could be the start of a not so parasocial relationship, maybe. Life is a series of learning trials. Is it? Is it though? And what have you learned? Yeah. Let me... If I think I do it like... I think I do it like this. What day do we have? Eh. Okay, nice. My second crowd. Thank you. So for the last few minutes, hours, whatever, I will let you guys speak. Do you have any topics you want to bring up right now? Do you have any? This music really sounds like Kingdom Hearts. I hope Sony will not copy strike me because of that. Do you have any stories you want to tell about parasocial relationship? Do you have any? Do you have a streamer that you really like, but it's super one-sided for you guys? I think I've spoken about all my experiences. There's this one German VTuber with very fluffy ears. Really? Oh, interesting. Oh, there's this interesting again. Fluffy ears, you say? Oh. Is it? Oh, what is his name? I forgot his name. Ah, okay, no. Let's try to find out who you mean by that. But any stories you want to... It's me. Oh no. Parasocial? Is it really... So if we interact with each other, is it... I don't think it's still parasocial, is it? Because it should be one-sided and one side should put in much more. Oh, I wanted to make this joke very long and tedious. Panda. I don't have anything like that, but I know at least for me that people act very differently online versus real life, face to face. That's true, that's true. You will also see that from me, Turbo. If we ever meet, I am a completely different person in real life. I will not talk at all. If we meet, I will not say a single word, most likely. Oh. Okay. I'm about the same at first, normally. Huh? At first. But to be honest, I really like to talk. I realized that quite early in my days, but I never had the confidence to talk to people. So I never talked, basically. And I really regretted it. Every single time I went home, I was like, oh, why did I not talk about stuff? Why did I not open my mouth and so on? So yeah, if you can, if you really think you should be talking, maybe talk. Without trying to listen to yourself and do what feels good to you, I don't think you can really understand who you are as a person. I don't really want to um should we go more into negative stuff about parasocial relationships, or should we go more into the positive stuff? Because there are a lot of negatives, of course, even more than we have spoken about. There is very big one, especially for women, the body image. So you see someone, you interact with someone on social media. It is one of those fitness girls, and of course you want to look like them as well. So you look at yourself and think, maybe I should do something. At first glance, that is very positive. Okay, you want to work on yourself, but you most likely cannot achieve what you're seeing because there are filters as well, Photoshop, and everything is basically fake. So you are trying to get to something that you cannot really get to. That's also true for men with all those bodybuilders, and I guess they're using less what do you call it? What did they call it? Filters? Less filters, but more just, just not natural body enhancements. Just like a lot of social media stars that are just there for the looks. Because not every single person, most people cannot do this whole every single day. So you see a lot of people that have role models that they can never ever achieve, which was kind of fine with like superheroes and so on. But with the whole social media thing, those people seem more graspable. No, that's not a word. More touchable? No. More in reach than a superhero, for example. That this Superman, for example, he should look like a superhuman and so on. That's not possible to go there. But if you look at your bodybuilder on Snapchat, not Snapchat, Instagram, it's like, okay, maybe I can look like them in a year, 2 years maybe. And then, of course, my one of my biggest nemesis, people that that sell you some weird course for their stuff. Almost every single one has like a beauty line that you can buy basically, which is super overpriced, or a fitness kind of thing with nutrition guide and whatever. They basically don't do anything for you, because if all this stuff is very specific for every single person. Every single person has very different needs, very different things they need. The body completely works differently. You basically cannot be like another person. You can be very similar, of course, but there's no way a single thing of an influencer can help you, just because they try to market it for everyone, and you're most likely not everyone if you have a lot of problems. I always feel if someone is selling that stuff versus just giving the info for free, that they only care about money, not people. And some of them don't even sell it by themselves, because a lot of a lot of companies just are just searching for a new face to put on their brand, basically. So they go into some unknown kind of guy or girl, whatever, but the person looks good, and they just ask, hey, we want to sell a course about you, about how to lose fat in like 30 days, or gain muscle a lot quicker, or sell this beauty product. And they see the money and just sign, and that's about it. Most of those, some of those internet personalities don't even know what the product is. They just saw the dollar bills in their eyes, and they already were sold. It does not really matter for some people. And here we can go into a whole thing with this whole beauty and body and the other portion, mental health thing, because I also another one is self-improvement. I know I have ranted about that in the last mental health stream already, but those self-improvement gurus and this whole stuff is the exact same thing as all the other crappy things. It is just a lot of people that they have figured out how to be more efficient in their life, what to do with their life, but their one thing does not really work for you, most likely. So they try to sell you their solution, how they got where they are right now. Then you try it, you spend a lot of money, a laughable amount of money for some books, and it does not work. And you gained nothing. You just lost a lot of time that you could have used to just search for yourself. I'm very angry at those people. And I'm angry if no more music. Oh no. I have listened to, we have now listened to every single song. Okay. We have listened to every single Cruel Ocean song this stream. We need more songs. I cannot even fill one stream with this. Yeah, but I am so angry of them because I fell into this trap, into this endless self-help trap. You watch one YouTube video, you watch another YouTube video, you buy a book, and then you still don't change. Why don't you change? Why does it not make sense? Because all this stuff is just about themselves. How great they are, how it works for them to wake up at 5 AM, to go running for 2 hours and then go do their job, and then all of a sudden they are the perfect human being ever. And this does not work for everyone. Enough ranting about self-help. How about we speak about breaking up with people in a parasocial relationship? If it's too much for you, or if you understand it's not healthy for you to be in a parasocial relationship, change will never happen if you don't make the change. But so So how I thought back then was, okay, I am doing a change. I am watching those videos about how to change myself. You know, that's my action already. And then you watch another one, that's another action. But it doesn't really do anything, this action. You have to do meaningful actions to change something in your life. Like I did some time ago when I started to just go on a walk, and now I lost 20 kilograms. It's just one simple step, and all after a while it's much easier. But the first step is just super difficult. So every single person tries to use the step that has the least resistance. You always want to go through the path of least resistance. Does not matter what it is. That's just how human works. How human work, basically. So you see someone, they advertise it as this will change your life or whatever. Then you watch it, and then of course those people are very clever because they basically sell you their other videos inside of that video, but not like a commercial thingy, more like hey, I've done some other stuff there. I've read this amazing book. Maybe you should read it as well. And they never speak about what is inside that book. So they always tease this one book. And after a while, you look at that book. It costs 200 euros. You think to yourself, do you need this? They say it's very important. Do you really need this? Maybe. Then you buy it. Then you regret it because you don't even read it. And no, I did not buy a 200 euro book. And the book I was talking about was let me search. It was about a book. So basically, it was about how to be a man, basically. And the book was about fighting your inner dragon, your inner demons, and so on. So it was full with this whole. I would say it's. It could be classified as red pill or black pill content. Not the book, but the whole thing outside of that. What they have chosen for it, because the book is, I believe, just a normal psychology book or something from Japanese culture. So that book has nothing to do with that, but the people that have that are advertising this book as the way of being a man and so on, they are more into this direction. That book changed one person's life. The guy is selling them. Yeah. Okay. So, how do you break up with someone in a parasocial relationship? What do you guys think? Do you even have to break up? Do you go like, okay, let's say you are a viewer in a chat. Then you go like, okay, I don't really want to be here anymore. But I also don't just want to disappear. Do I write something in chat like, hey, I'm not enjoying it here anymore. I will take a break now. I will see you someday, maybe. Will you say something like that in chat? Maybe. I mean, it would make sense. So you can kind of put a lid on everything. If Okay, that's a German saying again. You can kind of close up with it. In that case, I would just not watch anymore. I've formally said that to a streamer before in DMs. Saying it in chat is a little bit wrong, a bit strong. Okay, so we have two different people in here. Okay. So Panda would say it to them. Is it for yourself then, or is it also for the other people to acknowledge that, so they don't have to question anymore if you are still lurking or not? Because normally nothing really would happen. So if you watch someone and then you just stop watching them, I don't think they would really think about it. Maybe I'm just a bit different there. In this case, I was already a large part of the stream, so it felt necessary. Ah. Yeah, So it felt necessary for you or for the stream? Why is there no music anymore? Come on. Yes. Shuffle and play. Okay, we have music again. I would agree with that in this case. For both of us, so the streamer wouldn't worry and I would have set in stone, be real. If you're that part of a stream, I think it's a good choice. I don't think I've ever done that. I have hinted once for a streamer that I don't like the content right now, with something like, "Hey, you are sometimes funny." No, I said something like, "Some of your streams are funny." Yes, I think that's what I said. Because he asked if you're having fun, basically, because no one chatted, and he made a joke. But I don't think would I do something like that. It depends on the stream, I guess. So for example, I don't watch Pantaleo streams anymore, because I guess I don't really like Valorant at all anymore. So I still go in there every now and then, but I don't really watch a lot of it anymore. But I also would not say just to him that I would not be there. I think I would do the same as Turbo, just don't say anything. Unless I am a moderator, of course, in that chat. Then I feel obligated. Then I feel obligated to say, yep, I'm not feeling this right now. I want something else or whatever. Then I feel obligated. So will it be that if you gain a role, something or acknowledgement, I guess, something like being a mod or a VIP in a Twitch chat, will it make you more likely to be parasocial with them? So will you try to be... Will you try more this way? If you... For example, if I make Turbo VIP now, would he try to be in more chats, in more streams? I think so. I really think so. That's kinda... That depends on your attitude towards the VIP status and if you actually perform the duty of a mod. So the first time I got modded, I okay, kinda maybe not so funny story, but I got so we someday raided the Pentaleo with another streamer that does not stream anymore, and I was like, oh, I enjoy being here. I really enjoy this positive energy. Okay, so I will join every single stream now. And after like a week or so, I gained VIP status because he basically had no viewers. I was his only viewer all the time, basically. So he was like, yeah, why not? A lot of small streamers do that, and I don't really understand this way of thinking. Because I think VIP is something special. I have one VIP and that's it. And that one VIP is there because he's the most active chatter I have in my chat. He's not there every time, but every time he is there, he's the most active one, the most involved with everything. So I thought, why not? But after this 1 week, I was there VIP for like 2 weeks or so. Then he modded me. And then I was like, okay, wait, people really want me to do stuff here? Because I was in a really bad place back then. I was super hard depressed. I just gained like 30 kilograms of weight. I was my heart was played with not long ago and so on. I was like, okay, wait, someone think I can do stuff. Okay, let's really try to dig in. So I read everything about it, what you can do, and I've done all the stuff, all the commands, all the things. I have figured out how to fix his broken commands. I have figured out which commands are broken and all this stuff. And then like 1 week later or so, another streamer asked me if I can be a mod there. And then I went even more overboard there. So basically, they basically gave me access to the whole stream elements instantly, and I just made everything as easy for them as possible. So they basically have to do nothing. I have control over everything, and they just say one word and it's already done. It's not like that anymore. I'm not that crazy there anymore. I kinda, after a while, I just stopped because it was too much for me. And now that I'm streaming, I think I went too hard there in general. I took it too personally, being a mod, being a responsible person. I mean, we did speak about that, that I like to take responsibility and I like to do that stuff and so on. And to be honest, a lot of viewers shit on mods all the time, basically, which I think, especially if you're a mod in a chat where a lot of people shit on a mod, I think it's very fun. Because you can really see what people think about you that way. Maybe I'm just I'm like a little rat there. Okay, so let's get back to the. That depends on your attitude towards VIP. Yep, I would say so. But before before I streamed, or before, okay, let's go even more back. Before I even had any VIP or mod in any channel, if I would have gotten a random VIP in a chat, I think I would have been more inclined to join that stream all the time. But now that I've had those in different streams for a long time, even if I get it in a random stream, I don't care. To be honest. You want to make me mod, but I will not do anything for you. I'm sorry. I'm just here for entertainment right now. I don't want to do any mod stuff. If they VIP me, fine, okay. I have a cool little diamond and that's it. I don't have any inclinations anymore to be extra now. I guess it just vanished. This whole new stuff, new feeling. Maybe it will come back if I get VIP in specific streams. I really doubt it. I personally never want mod or VIP or anything, because it makes me feel like I have to do more than be myself. That's exactly what I was talking about though. It does, because you now are acknowledged as an active chatter, an active viewer, an active part of the community, someone to look up to look forward to whatever. You feel like you have to be more than just a normal viewer, just here for the entertainment, just a normal lurker, just a random guy on the street. Handling math? What am I thinking? Is that a song text? Wait. Why was that in my mind? What? It is funny. It's a video 3 years ago with 400 views. Okay. I think it's really time for us to close this whole experience. This parasocial experience. Yeah, I think we have discussed everything I have in here. We can take a look again. I don't think we want to go into every single social media, because every social media is kind of different, of course. Twitch is the most likely social media with parasocial relationships, of course, because you have real life interaction with your top dog. But now, any words you want to close the stream, my fellow relationship seekers? If not, we can rate someone else. I will talk a little bit about what is happening in the next Mental Monday. I think we're going down this content creator thing. If you're a content creator, what happens if you do too much stuff? Can you go into a burnout? So that's the next Mental Monday about. It is about mental exhaustion or burnout. I mean, burnout is the really harsh one. So mental exhaustion most likely. I will think about a cool little title or whatever. And the next Mental Monday will be. I can tell you guys. 27 of May. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Thank you everybody for watching. We are going to raid someone. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? A lot of people here. Why are there so many people online? Do you guys have anyone in mind you want to raid? Anyone specific? If not, we you know what? We could raid the other panda. so you know what panda I'm talking about. That's sometimes here. Ooh. You have no one today. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Wait, no, I want to raid him. Low gamer. He's an avid watcher of this chat. Of this establishment. And let's give him some love as well. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you again for the raid earlier, Abyssly and Turbo for the other raid as well. It was a pleasure talking to you guys and just speaking some nonsense. We are doing the special stream on Thursday, and every stream is now 50 minutes later than usual. I have realized that I cannot hold my current time, so it will be later. It doesn't matter for you guys most likely, but for me. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening to me, for listening to my TED Talk. And have a good night or whatever else. Peace out.